As you may or may not be aware, I have in fact been working undercover this week. Taking down a few particulars, I'd like to share with you now my findings. Just a minute, sorry. I don't think I need this anymore. Sophie, as Kathy was sublime, she managed to convince most everyone that this was her first time. Perfectly cast as the girl next door, shy, reserved, quite quaint. She had me straddle her every night, never one complaint. She's been put forward for a BAFTA. As an Oscar, she's already got.
Yeah!
Children already in the bag, so innocent she's got. I'd like to give John Hammond a really helpful tip for curing those painful hemorrhoids that stopped him doing the splits. Rub on some cream, you'll feel the burn, but push down through the pain. And hopefully those majestic piles won't show their face again. Tom Holt showed his diversity as Tony the villainous rogue. He couldn't keep it in his pants, and his seed he often sowed. Young or old, he didn't care. He'd always chance his luck. Even his father's secretary, each night he tried to... His master plan was scuppered though, when grand she did him rumble. If only he'd tried to sweet talk her, she was up to some rough and tumble. But grand, she had all the killer lines, and Christine certainly milked the part. She said that she had been typecast, old lag and now old fart. But when she was having her hair done, I'm sure I heard her say, "When you're finished with me perm, can you do me a Brazilian on Father's Day?" Debbie as the cougar, Auntie Pat, whose resemblance to Rod Stewart was uncanny. You see, she wasn't perturbed, she still had her eye on young Danny. Stephen came out in a cold sweat each night, saying, as he bought the testing kit, because Debbie was always accosting him, saying, "Danny, do you fancy a bit?" Poor Danny, he turned to run from the shop, the kit in a brown paper bag, with Pat shouting after him, "Albert's away, all night if you fancy a shag." Those burlesque beauties in their badass basques, they looked incredibly tight. They pushed everything up, but nothing fell out. Oh, that would have been a sight. They lit up the stage, they looked so fine, with their feathers standing proud. And so I suspect were the carpet fitters and most of the men in the crowd. Old Mr. Temple, with his menacing demeanour, had schooled his sidekicks in the arts. They couldn't have been keener to show their wealth of knowledge in ceramics and such like. Jeremy's voice got higher each night, his trousers were far too big. Surely he sat there holding court, with tools of trade in hand. He had the only chair, you see, the others were forced to stand. To extract a tooth or pull a nail, he really didn't care. Or maybe just to file his own or trim unsightly hair. Gary Watson's squeaky clean betrayal of the vicar. 'Twas divine intervention, as his hair became much thicker. asked about his coiffed new locks and how they look so real. He said the secret's fabric softener. Go on, have a feel. Which brings me on to Wiggate, affectionately named for the confusion it caused. Every night like Groundhog Day. That's mine, and I think that's yours. Just pick one from the bag. What luck, I'm sure, would have answered the question. Because poor old Paul, or Ron to the boys, that grey didn't suit his complexion. There was Afro John and Suits You Sam in his long red mane and heels. He said you should bloody try walking in these, then you'd know how it feels. There was James as Orphan Annie. Jeremy is illegally blonde. And Uncle Norman as Jesus Christ. Wig on. Boys, girls within the salon, a dynamic team in the making. With a husband in jail and a daughter up the duff, and Lisa who's eating the taking. Mother with S&M, wearing her lucky knickers, and reminiscing of her younger days pursuing trainee vicars. Sophie always fag in hand, thinking, when will my millionaire show up? There was poor old Wendy who didn't have a line, but at least she got a free haircut. And I'd like to say a big thank you to Teresa Gallagher for being my fluffer. She helped me there with an helping hand. Keeping the show for me alive. Standing stately over me like the Queen, saying, Sir Jason, Teresa continued with her baking, knowing she had performed her function. Then shouting, where's my rolling pin? I know, I'll use your truncheon. I've taken a lot of stick this week for supposedly stealing the show. Getting the biggest round of applause. And a standing ovation, I know. You've all rehearsed for months and months, and I had a 2-minute slot. The boys have been quite jealous, and the snide remarks, there have been a lot. I haven't been able to sleep at night. I feel sincerely. The remorse has been eating me up inside. Is this how I feel? Not really.